What's up, guys? Lord from Africa, aka Rogan Osrun, back at you with another video. And in today's topic, I want to talk about healing the mind and leaving Western society. So, when it comes to what we deal with in the Western world, we have to understand that most people are really just in it for themselves. Like, you could be shopping at the grocery store. You might be going to the gym if you still are improving like that. Or it could just be at work or even at home among people that you're related to. And you'll realize that most of these people you have nothing intellectually in common with or even emotionally connect with. And on top of that, you have to remember just the whole just daily life itself is another routine. It's just like a TV station that won't turn off. It's a rerun, a marathon. And that's how so many people are living their lives in the Western world, to where they can't change the channel of their life because there's something just internally blocking them. And just when it comes to the downfall of Western society, we have to look at the not just only the rise of feminism, we have to look at the rise of degenerate culture, different artists that are just garbage singers, garbage rappers, that contributes to the culture as well, to the things that they promote to the youth in the Western society. And we also have to look up upbringing, their background as well, because a lot of people here are not close with their families. And we could say that's in general all over the world. But when I talk about close, you have to understand that I'm talking about a boundary of so much, just even acknowledging that your family member exists, or just having just small talk with them, just little things like that. And most people don't even have that. They're just written off like they're nothing, especially like men nowadays. Like, as a guy, you are expected to endure a head hill of crap and not complain whatsoever. And this is another downfall with Western society, is the fact that it shames men for being emotionally vulnerable and showing a weakness. And when you think about it, a man who can openly show his like weakness in the right moments, to where I'm not saying just go around and say, your weaknesses, show your vulnerability. No, you must be on guard at all times in the Western world and view everyone as your enemies mostly. But the point is that when a man is showing a point of high emotion, right? He's very just high passionate about something. He gets upset about something that's passionate to him. And he just feels a lot of just anger and rage over it. That man is told that he's immature. He's told that he's soft. He's told that he needs therapy by the same regurgitated, just feminist BOWs, right? And it gets so ridiculous and annoying that you have so many people that just overlook what men go through. And the saddest part to me is that we still have grown men, way older than us guys in our 20s and late 20s, right? They're still trying to find the cause of their root suffering. They still don't understand that everything that they've been taught in the world is basically a lie, that they were just made to conform, and if they stepped out of line, they were just going to be viewed as another pariah, another piece of just expendable trash. And the thing is, with the modern society we live in today, is a lot of people are not going to find the truth. Renegade number one said it himself, RP Shun. I'm quoting this from him. He said, most people in this life will not find truth. And it's a very true saying that Renegade said, because you look at so many people, like, Go out every day and just pay attention to how blind people are, Just look at how just consumed they are by their phone. Their eyes are just all in the phone when someone could just come up and just smack that out of their phone. And then they're just screwed. And they're wailing and crying on the ground like a baby because they didn't take the precautions to pay attention to their surroundings. And most of these people do not have deep, meaningful connections nowadays, especially in the range of dating, both men and women, you could say. But the only difference is that a man does not choose his suffering. A man has to accept his suffering and heal so he can move on. A woman, she chooses her suffering and accepts, that, maybe in the future, when she's too old to realize it and it's too late, that she made bad choices. But even then, you can't be too sure. That's the thing you guys have to look at as the modern woman as. I call mostly women in the Western world when it comes to dating, I give them the three D's. You have to look at them as like, I say they have DDD, meaning they are full of despair, you know, they're usually just, they're full of disappointment, right? And there's just a bunch of just destruction to them, when it comes to their dating partners, in the Western world. So that's another thing that men have to undo is the programming that they're taught that they have to be just shallow-minded men who work out all day, only who cares about money as well. Just Lamborghinis, Bugattis, Prius, all superficial things that aren't going to give you a lick of just mental clarity. And society as a whole, it views degeneracy as just as a crown. It views like a ruthless person as a top tier citizen, a person who has no morals, no dignity, no self respect. They're viewed as a model citizen. Meanwhile, the person who's actually decent, the person who's taking their time out the day to check on others, say, hey, how are you doing? Are you well? They're always trying to put their best foot forward and lift a hand up to people. And they're met with shaming language. They're told they're not ruthless enough. They're told, why are you so soft? Men are supposed to be that soft. And you have so many women complain about toxic masculinity when that's the very thing that they're attracted to. You know, it just baffles me how illogical our society has become. And this is where we get to the part of men just, once you've accepted your solitude as not only as a curse but as a big blessing as well. Once you accept it to be more of a blessing than a curse, you'll be able to see and understand that you never needed 99% of the people that you wanted in your life in the first place. You didn't need that new friend group to accept you. You didn't need that new job to coddle you and give you money just so you can work and be a wage slave. You didn't need your parents' validation so you could go live your own life. You don't need a girl in your life who's not going to be a good loyal girlfriend to you anyway, you know. So we have to start looking at solitude as a very just big blessing more so than a curse, because it can become toiling on the body, to deal with loneliness at such a high rate. But you have to internalize that experience and just really ask yourself, am I really happy where I am? Am I happy being unhappy? Because you have to remember, at the end of the day, when no one's around watching you, when no one's like trying to program you with some type of agenda or propaganda they spew out with this religious or just politician, stuff, right? You have to understand, being in tune with yourself is the most important thing in the world, And that's why I say you have to come to that acceptance and realization on your own. of what the truth is in the black pill itself, right? And this is where the healing process can begin mentally, because you're fully aware of all the nonsense around you. You know who not to mess with. You know who not to trust, you know. You know Western society is the issue, and you can go on from there about your life and be free. It's all about embracing the truth, you know. It's all about embracing the hardcore facts of reality, and then you can somewhat control the people that come into your life, because that's the thing, guys. We might not be able to necessarily control our experiences, but we can control how we react to them and the people that we allow into our reality. And that's the one thing you must be in control of in your reality, is the people that come around you. You know, if people are being zombies, you know, if they're being douchebags, not wanting to talk to you, just let them go, man, because they're not worth it anyway. If these people were worth it, they would be right here with you right now, doing something important. They would be sharing good memories with you, you know, actually asking you how you're doing. If they aren't doing any of those things I just mentioned, you shouldn't even bat an eye or blink twice thinking about these people. They're in the past, they're gone. You must move on, you know, like the wind. So I really do hope you guys got something out of this video, because I do want to promote healing more of the mind for the modern man, because so many of us have been just programmed, you know, we've been just neutered to think that we're just inferior men, when in reality, we're very special guys to be able to discipline ourselves from just letting everything in the world get to us and just going off the deep end for no reason. We're very mature and humble men, and I encourage any person on my channel to be like that, you know, and assess the situation correctly. But I hope you guys take care. I look forward to what you guys think about the topic, and like I always tell you guys, stay away from the modern woman. Thank you.